Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently got a chance to see Trolls and I absolutely loved it. I recognized instantly the voice of Jason Timberlake. He played Branch, and as a cameo, Kunal Niyar played Guy Diamond, and at first I thought, by golly, that is Kunal. And, I just had a fangirly squee reaction on my inside. And I thought, I was super happy with that. And I thought, does anybody else know that's actually Raj Kutherpali? But, probably not. But I recognize, I know that accent anywhere. So it made me really happy. It was an excellent story. I think personally it was one of DreamWorks' best animated works they've done for a long, long time. And of course they had a remix of Grieg's Hall of the Mountain King, which was epic, and I absolutely adored it. Let's see. I thought that the musical numbers were sensational, and they gave me a huge smile. I'm probably going to be singing September for a while, as well as everybody, everybody, move it and be united. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be singing that for a while, but yeah, it's exactly what happens to me when I see a Hindi film, so be warned. I can watch any Hindi film. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll be singing those songs for weeks. And yeah, I still whistle the theme from DDLJ. Okay, but I'll just put it that way. I'm going to abbreviate that one because that one is the hardest to say. Anywho, the movie itself, it brings forth a lore and a background, an origin to these characters that is actually really interesting, and the animation is so pretty. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. It's real eye candy, and the colors just pop off of the screen, especially with the musical numbers. It plays a lot like a musical, like a music video. The characters, the voice actors are extremely talented, and I enjoyed. They did an auto-tune for Kunal. I think Kunal, well, we know that Kunal can sing without being auto-tuned, and he's extremely talented, and I love hearing him sing. I want to hear him sing again. Sorry, that's just my fangirliness popping out. I shall control it for now. There were some things that were predictable given it's, a children's film, but there were a lot of things that were really quite creative with how they were able to do so much with their world that they created. And you've got the good guys, and actually it's not all black and white, or in this case rainbow colors, because there are gradients in between with good and bad. And it just had a lot of good moral lessons and values and ethics that were presented, and there was a good message on happiness. I thought, yeah, this reminds me of a great many self-help books I've read. But it was just beautiful, and I loved it. And I even cried. I was surprised. I thought, why am I crying? And I was with my friend, and I said, I was kind of blubbering a little bit. I said, I hate it when I cry about things like this. And, I'm weeping, and he held me and he gave me a kiss, and it helped. But it was a wonderful movie, and I thought it was outstanding, and I give it 2 thumbs, and I gave it 3.5 out of 5. I mean, nearly perfect. There were some things, like I said, that were predictable, and I knew that they were coming, and it didn't really catch me off guard. There was one character that didn't catch me off guard. Actually, I should say there is one thing that did sort of surprise me in the duration of the plot. That was a twist, and usually films don't do that. I can see what's going to happen miles away, but in essence, you don't really feel any kind of sympathy for his character. You thought, how could you? I thought you were better than that. I thought that you were enlightened. Shows me what I know. But it reveals that given the right motives, even the most enlightened can become the most debased. And yeah. Anyway, that's an interesting lesson. Kind of dark, but for a children's film. But yeah, there were some moments, I mean, for littler children, like with the Bergens, that were kind of scary. I actually heard one little, I think it was a little boy in the audience who was getting really scared, and he was crying, and I thought, oh, you poor thing. I mean, he probably had a breakdown when he saw Shrek 3, because there were some people, I remember when I got a chance to see it, I was really excited because I knew what it was about, and as an adult it didn't bother me, but as a child it probably messed around with some children and their thought process, not really knowing what was going on and what was happening and why Fiona was acting differently and all that. They just didn't quite get it. But I think when they grow up, they start to understand a little bit more of the what really goes on into an alternate reality kind of deal, and signing a contract and Faust and all that. That actually, the whole Faust thing will come later on if you go into college, and then you learn about the whole trope of making a deal with the devil, and or in this case, if you look into Greek mythology, Persephone and the 7 pomegranate seeds and being dragged to Hades and meeting Hades and being confined to be with Hades over pomegranate seeds. Yeah, Greeks are weird, but I love them anyway. This was a absolutely fantastic film, and the music was great. I'll be dancing to it for weeks. Of course, they did the main song, which I really like. It's Justin Timberlake, and I made a parody of it, which was another song about compulsive buying, which I should know a little bit about. But yeah, working in a factory, I know quite a bit about this. But in all seriousness, it's not funny to make funny. It's not funny to poke fun at addiction like that. Yeah, I should be ashamed, but at the time I thought it was amusing. Anyway, still, update. I have started watching Permanent Roommates, which was actually I can't even talk. Recommended to me by a lot of my subscribers. First episode, I absolutely savored. I thought it was the most adorable thing ever. I was a little bit shocked that one of the characters said 4-letter word I will not repeat. The only other time I heard that was in The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Dev Patel said it, but in that context, it actually made sense. It didn't really jar me, but when I heard the young lady say it, I thought, oh, wow, oh, back up. Language, please? Ooh. You kiss your mother with that mouth? I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to sound like a prude, but yeah, I thought, holy crap. Really? Despite that, I think this is a wonderful soap, and typically I don't like soaps, even though I have seen telenovelas. I think telenovelas are really good. I mean, if you want to do a soap, they do it right. No offense, but the best one that I have seen over here was Telenovela, which they took off the air, and yeah, that was sad. But I must say I'm watching quite a few things that I stopped watching Gotham due to the fact that they made one of my characters homosexual. He's not a homosexual character. That kind of irritated me. But anyway, that's why I'm not watching it anymore. I'm still watching all these different anime shows. I will be doing a review of Legends of Everfree fairly soon, so basically, that's all I have to say about Trolls, and it's really an outstanding film, and it has a message I think a lot of people need to hear. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But especially some of my coworkers, I should say, not mentioning names. But still, it was sensational, and I think everybody should see it. And it's just a wonderful film. It's full of sunshine and lollipops and happiness and everything. Although there are some sad moments too, but it just reveals that despite that, optimism is the best way to go, especially when it's tempered with some realism. You need to have that balance. You can't be overly so or underly so, because it can be toxic. But that's all I gotta say. Till next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Zuzi.